Hello, everybody, and welcome back into Fantico Coliseum for some more Toronto Wildhounds hockey action. It is indeed the Christmas game. Welcome into Fantico. If you're with us here today, a very special night. The Wildhounds must win to make the playoffs in any fashion, regulation or overtime. Here's the save made by Ryerson. We knew he was going to start tonight. And in goal, of course, the other way is Nathan Day for the Firebirds. So whoever wins this game makes the playoffs. Here's McCoy, a backhand. He's shut down by Nathan Day early. Hounds coming off a 4-1 win in Erie yesterday. They roll in today knowing that this is a must-win. Firebirds know it as well. Both these teams have their season on the line. The Firebirds just 1 point ahead of Toronto for the last spot. But if Toronto can win this game in regulation or extra time, here's a save made by Ryerson on the shot by Petrie. But yes, as you were mentioning, the Wildhounds have a lot of work to do because the Flint Firebirds, even if they get a point out of this tonight against Toronto, the Hounds have more extra time wins than the Firebirds in general, and that goes towards making the playoffs because they have the better outstanding record. Here's Petrie, head to Smith. He'll bring it in. In come the Firebirds to the attack. Save made by Ryerson. Rebound. That's fired wide. Here's another chance, and it's stopped by Ryerson. What a save again. Hounds go the other way. It's Luke Cleaver. Diving desperation. Lyra Ryerson makes the save early for his club. Lash in the corner to get it free for Toronto, but Smith has the handle on it first. Firebirds to the middle of the ice. And circling to their own end now, Bertucci trying to get it out here. Pass up on the wing for Petrie. Cleaver getting in on the hands of one of the Firebirds, and that's going to be a penalty. Here's Dan, left side, going to the goal, dropping Petrie. That deflects, it's blocked. And Finnegan trying to get a handle on it. Pass came out front, that ricochets into the corner wide. Hounds trying to get it. Pinned along the boards down low, and it's picked up. And that's dropped back to the point. There's a shot high and wide, and back to collect it is Ryan Woods. Is he going to touch it in time? No. Petrie. Wildhounds need to get a handle on it. They can't. And finally they will. It'll be a 5-on-3. Hounds take 2 penalties on the play. Lyra Ryerson making an unreal stop to keep us at zeros, though. So the face-off to the left side of the Toronto goal in a scoreless first period. Hounds need to win in any fashion. There's a save made by Ryerson. He fights that shot off. Clattenburg to the goal. One-timer goes wide. Ben Shears after it. But the Firebirds back to collect, and Shears will turn back. McCoy stole it. And then Yetkin did a good job getting it back. Here's Slaviskevich. Down the right side, in on goal. He'll shoot it. Save Ryerson. Down in the splits. He has that and holds on for a face-off. Lyra Ryerson had his rest coming into this game. Ryerson has been off the last 5 games. It's been all Tyler Bryson in between the pipes in those last 5 games. And this was the plan, to rest him in case they had a chance late in the season, and this is their chance here tonight. Stajkov, Yetkin is stopped by Ryerson. He's walked in early. Here's Yetkin. He'll shoot it. That just glanced wide. Ryerson played it down in front of Bouncer. Here is stopped. Oh my, the Hounds stranding around another. They score. It was coming. You could feel it coming. And the Firebirds strike first in a much-needed win for Toronto. Oliver Pierre on the power play. Left alone in the slot, and you're not going to make a save on that one if you're Ryerson, unfortunately. No goalie's going to make a save on that. It's right in the open. He's able to go to the net. Power play goal. Here's Clattenburg. Saviskevich. Pierre fired it wide, looking for his second. Clattenburg looks to the goal. Drops for Joseph. That's blocked. Another chance. Firebirds whack it wide. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Down low. There's the pass in front. And the Hounds did a good job of covering. Out of the box comes help. Here's Nicholson. Hounds move in. Here they come. What a drop pass. Copper scores! What a shot by Levko. Copper. Tie game. 1-1 1-1 in an all-important first period between these two rivals tonight. Here in the Christmas game, it's the Wild Hounds and the Flint Firebirds. Toronto has never missed the playoffs in franchise history, and here tonight might be the first time unless they can pull it out. As here's Wasson. In back in his own zone. Finnegan was going after it. The Firebirds get to it first. Here! And a good block by the Wild Hounds to cover on that. Renfro. Here's a turnover. Pass in front. Slaviskevich was taken off the puck, and is that going to be a penalty? It may very well be, as Yenkin has it. Here's Renfro ahead to Finnegan, and maybe not. No arms went up. 5-on-3 power play goal for the Firebirds, which got them on the board first, and they're going to get another power play here. As Toronto gets in on the hands. Hounds tied at Lefko Copper. Full strength. It's 1-1 in this first period. 45 seconds to go. The draw. One back by the Firebirds. Smith shooting. That's blocked. It sails wide. McKinley knocking his man off the puck. Here's a pass back and a quick shot handled by Ryerson. Coffey with it down low. Pass in front. It's Petrie. Hounds need to get a handle on it. Here's Joseph. Couldn't get it out. Smith centers. Save, rebound. Ryerson got that. Another chance, loose in front. They whack away. It goes wide. We're through one. 1-1 tonight from Fantico Coliseum. The Hounds must win to make the playoffs. So do the Firebirds in the exact same position. Firebirds dominated that first period, but Toronto lucky to be on the board as well. 1-1 after one, but what a save by Ryerson, as you see it right there. He dives across on a wide open net. Shots a goal after one are 14-2 Firebirds. The hits are 4-2 Flint. Face off 7-0. Power plays 1 for 2. They're still on one to start the second. Toronto hasn't had one. 1-1 after one. Welcome into period 2 tonight from Fantico Coliseum of the annual Christmas game from Fantico to end every season. Draw one back, picked up McCoy, and that's going to be another penalty right off the face-off. As we saw that from a mile away. Yeah, McCoy holding his man right off the face-off. You can't afford to take selfish penalties in this game. Draw one back. Firebirds have been great on the power play. Petrie in front, and that was off the side of the goal. Firebirds setting up again. It's Dan. In front. Petrie is stopped by Ryerson. Loose puck. It's Petrie again. He stopped. Another save. What a stop. Lyrell Ryerson down and out. And the Firebirds tried to elevate it, but he got just enough while he was down and out. And we stay tied at 1. Christmas game from Fantico Coliseum, and the Firebirds can do nothing but shake their heads. They have a 5-on-3 goal tonight. Ryerson bails them out here. Here's a shot by Dan. That's blocked. Got it back. Finnegan. And a penalty going the other way. About time something is called, and Nolan Dan will head off. 2 minutes for tripping. So the Wild Hounds have a brief power play after this 27-second 4-on-3. Draw one back. Here's Bertucci. He'll carry it out to center. Now back inside the Toronto zone. Down the left side, going to the goal. Centering, Clattenburg, taken back by Nicholson. He'll be now 4-on-4 for 45 seconds as the Hounds send it in and chase it down. It's Carr back to the point. That missed everyone and back down to go. Wild Hounds on their first power play of the night. 30 seconds left on it. They didn't really get a full one. Bertucci, and a good save made by Ryerson. Pass ahead that missed Ryan McCoy. Petrie shorthanded. Bertucci scores! What a goal by Bertucci. And the Firebirds are back in front. And is it going to be a shorty? It is indeed. Right as the Hound power play was coming to an end. Perfect backhand finish and tight. 2-1 Firebirds. Well, the Wild Hounds have been standing on their heels to start this period as well, just killing penalties. And when you do that, you're not going to do much. Here's Luke Cleaver. He'll step in. Cleaver tried to center that. It was given away to Yenkin. Down in the corner of his own end. 4 gone here in the middle period. Flint up by 1. Here's the pass, and finally they're going to do something with it as they carry it out. Hounds get that back. Copper ahead. Ryan McCoy steps in, shoots, and he's stopped by Nathan Day. Good save by Day. A much-needed one to keep his team in front. 2-1. Shots in the game are 19-3 Flint. The Firebirds holding on, and they have absolutely dominated Toronto so far. Face-off one, thrower shooting, that's blocked. Now they put it to the goal and easily stopped by Nathan Day. Toronto with 2 shots in the first. They just matched that here in the second before the halfway mark, so already better than the first. Here's a steal by Copper, gave that away, has the only goal for Toronto tonight. Spins around, what a play! Can't get the shot though. Yankin will bring it out. Ryan McCoy cuts him off for it. And a penalty going to Flint. Pass finds Coffey. Dishes off. Here's McCoy. Scores! What a roof job! Ryan McCoy finds the top right corner. And Toronto ties it at 2 on the delayed call. So the Wild Hounds have tied it again. Second time of the game. This one is a absolute dandy. They're with us 2-2 in this must-win game for either team. Carr sends it in. Toronto chases that down. It's picked up by Petrie, and another penalty's going to Toronto. Here's a pass ahead that finds Smith. Smith looking for some help. Shears had some words. Dan has it. He'll bring it in. Here's the shot, drop, Bertucci blocked, got it again, and Ryerson may have got a piece of that, I'm not too sure. Here's another chance, that's stopped by Ryerson. Here's another, that doesn't go, and that one off the post. They touch up, and the Firebirds are going right back to the power play again. As Riley Lawson gets a holding call on the play. Here's the drop. Firebirds yet again to the power play. Draw one. Flint's been very good on the power play this season, and we've seen it already a few times here tonight. Here's Petrie, and another one is coming. Hooking on the call. Here's a shot. Stuck by Ryerson. He fought that off. Hounds touch up with 7 to go here in the second, tied at 2. So Ryan Woods heads off. His team looking to bounce back. It's been an ugly second period of penalties. Here's the draw. 5-on-3 again. One back. Firebirds. Bertucci is stopped by Ryerson. Hounds don't get it out. Slaviskevich. Peer in front. There it is. Stopped by Ryerson. And it's kept in again. Another failed clear. They score! Bertucci. It's his second of the night. It is a 5-on-3 power play goal as the Hounds again give up a lead. It's been tied. The Hounds have not had the lead once tonight. It's been come from behind all night long in this one. Ryerson doing all he can, but it's going to beat him as he's down and out and no one's covering. Here's the draw, so 3-2 Flint. Third lead of the night. Stojkov will bring it right in. Gets past. Petrie in front. That just missed. Lash sends that to Lodge. Turn that over to Yankin. Kept in. Petrie fires it high and wide. Hounds standing around. Firebirds have it. From behind, looking out front. There's the pass to Stojkov across. Petrie, one-timer. That broke one of the Firebird sticks, but it came in front, and Petrie stopped again. McKinley sends that out to center. Yankin with it. 30 seconds left on the rush. Yankin moves in. He'll center. Save Ryerson again. Down low looking to the front. Hounds standing around. That's blocked. It goes to the corner. Coffey trying to get a handle on it. He pokes it ahead. All he's got, and Yankin is back to get it. Sent ahead for Petrie. Taken down and right back to the box. Go the Hounds again. 3-2 at 4:34 to go in the second period. Here's the draw. 4:34 on the clock in the middle frame. Toronto down by 1. The pass to Smith. He has Bertucci. He just missed the net for the hat trick. And the Hounds take off with it shorthanded. Owen Carr has reinforcements. Drops it off. Shears ahead. Save made by Day before Cleaver could get a good look. Yeah, Cleaver was in front looking for the tip. Could not get a stick on it for the redirect. So Flint on yet another power play. They've made good on 2 of them. And they have a 3-2 lead. Draw one back. Smith sent ahead. Here's Clattenburg. They won 5-3 in Oshawa last night. They're winning tonight on the road. Clattenburg, that's blocked. Shears ahead for Cleaver. Luke Cleaver with it. Short-handed. He'll bring it in. Luke Cleaver in on goal. And that one easily knocked aside. I'm not sure what Cleaver was trying to do there. Slaviskevich will bring it through the middle of the ice. Sends that off to Bertucci. Now ahead to Clattenburg. Moving in with Slaviskevich, taken away by Finnegan. Here come the Hounds, 30 seconds left on the Flint rush. Drop pass to Luke Cleaver. That missed him. He'll go in the corner after it. Bertucci has it. Sent ahead to Slaviskevich. Cheers. Finnegan's back to it. 2 seconds. Penalty done. Here's Finnegan. Looks to the front. Dished that off. Nobody was there. And here goes Pear. Down the left side with speed. Shooting it. And Ryerson may have got a piece. Here's Clattenburg. Unloading. That was stopped by Ryerson. Last minute of play here in the second. There's another that just missed wide. Here's Bertucci. Copper's back to it. Fed that ahead for Coffey. Here go the Hounds. Time running out in the second. Danton Coffey steps in, feeds to the front, and Nathan Day makes a big stop with 2.3 seconds to go in the middle period. The Christmas game from Panther Coliseum. Wild Hounds trailing 3-2 in a must-win scenario to make the playoffs. This is it. It's this game or it's done. And that's the end of two. The Flint Firebirds will bring a 3-2 lead into the third tonight from Toronto. They've been the better team all night long. Toronto really going to have to press in this third period. Shots to goal in the game are 28-9 for Flint. The hits are 7-4 for Flint. Faceoffs 18-2 Firebirds. Power plays 2 for 7. Toronto 0 for 1. And a short-handed goal against. 3-2 after 2. Welcome into period 3 tonight. The Wild Hounds down a goal. And what might be their final period of the season unless they can pull something off. Pass finds McCoy, just started the third, he's in, and he is easily shut down, the 10th shot of the game. Here's Petrie, moving in, has a step, left side, and that's blockered away by Ryerson. Coffey with it, here go the Hounds the other way. Danton Coffey steps in, drops off, here's Copper, Wade shoots, and right to the chest of Day, making that look easy. Just past 2 minutes into the third period. Flint Firebirds leading 3-2, Toronto's season on the line. Both these teams' seasons on the line. As Flint just 1 point ahead. But even a extra time loss, if Toronto finds a way to come back, would not come out because Toronto has more extra time wins on the year than Flint. So they would just make it in. Here's McCoy down the right side, stepping in, backhander, that was stopped. It goes behind the goal, but no one was there to support. We've seen a lot of that this season, just solo rushes, and though that's a good thing, you want teamwork. Yeah, the Wild Hounds need to find a way to set something up here. The solo rushes aren't going to work all the time. Here's Lash with it. He'll bring it in. Lash off. Here's some teamwork. Woods in front. That was off the post and in behind. Bertucci ahead to Petrie. Here's Petrie with it. Looking, centering it off for Petrie. Now on the wing. Down the left side. Moves in. He'll shoot it right on. Save made by Ryerson. Pass finds Ryan Woods. 11.5 to go. Woods inside. He'll drop for help. It's thrower, and the blocker's stop made. 30 shots in the game now for the Firebirds. Sent back, it's Cleaver. Couldn't hold on to it. Bertucci. And they're just trying to kill the clock here, up by 1 late. Petrie will move in, down the right side. Winding and shooting, and he's stopped by Ryerson. Thrower. Pass finds Shears. 9 to go. Hounds still down by a single tally. Stochkov looking ahead with it. And Watson had it. Clattenburg penalty going to Toronto. 8:12 on the game clock. Firebirds 3, Wild Hounds 2, and Toronto to a penalty kill. You can hear the boos raining down from Fantico. That's 8 penalties on the night now for a team that must win. Save made by Ryerson as Clattenburg walked right out front. Here's the pass for Cleaver. Hottest Hound right now. He'll race up the right side, and he gets in. Cleaver, backhand that wide, but has a man in front. That's off the side of the goal. Still holding on to it down low is Cleaver. Here's Cleaver, moves in, centers that off to Carr. Carr in front to Cleaver, backhand, that's blocked. Cleaver again, and Slaviskevich gets that up for Clattenburg. In over the Toronto line. To the attack here. Centering pass, Pear is stopped by Ryerson. Here goes Nicholson, and here go the Hounds again. 6.5 to go in the third period, 3-2. Hounds look, there's the pass, Carr in front! Oh, what a stop made by Nathan Day. Great athleticism, he read that and stuck with it. It goes to the corner, penalty done. Firebirds have it. Slaviskevich down low, there's the pass. Stochkov, he's stopped by Ryerson late. There's a giveaway down low. Nicholson can't get a handle on it. Firebirds have it. Here's Yenkin, in on goal to Pear. Gave that away to Coffey. Then the shot stopped by Ryerson. Best save of the night. Here's Danton Coffey late. Hounds inside. There's a quick pass, and it rolls away from McCoy. But getting back to it is Coffey. Fed it out front. There's a miss. They whack away. And the Firebirds, Clattenburg, that was given away to Copper, it comes out. Nicholson, season on the line. Ryan McCoy back inside. He'll move to the middle. Knocked off the puck by Peer. Here's Peer in over the Toronto line. Time running out in this third period. Hounds back to it. Shears taken down, and that's going to be a penalty against Flint in the final minute. Toronto will see a power play with their season on the line. Biggest. The Toronto Wildhounds on the power play. 20 seconds left. Pass finds Woods. Here goes Toronto. Time running out. Ryan Woods will play that in on Day. Plays that down to Bertucci, and he will clear. It does get out. Petrie. Copper knocks that down offside. 8 seconds. Hounds running out of time here. 8 seconds left on the game clock. Firebirds 3, Wildhounds 2. Face-off 1, the pass for Carr. He's inside, looks ahead, got the pass, there it is! Side of the net, they missed. One last chance, and that'll do it. The Flint Firebirds knock out the Toronto Wildhounds from playoff contention as they edge them of a final score tonight. 3-2 here from Fantico Coliseum. The Wildhounds will miss the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. We're just unable to put anything together. It was killing penalties all night long that costed them. It was special teams that wins it for Flint. And the Toronto Wildhounds, thank you for yet another amazing season and all of your support, as they will not be making the playoffs. Thank you for watching.